Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan serta selamat sore para Tribuners dimanapun Anda berada. Senang sekali rasanya pada sore hari ini saya Annisa Husnuzhan dapat kembali menyapa Anda, tentunya dalam Tribun VIP edisi Kamis 23 November 2023. Dan hari ini Tribuners kita tentunya kedatangan salah satu tamu spesial yang merupakan Kedutaan Besar Ukraina di Indonesia. Untuk itu saya mau menyapa terlebih dahulu. Good afternoon, Dr. Vasyl.
Selamat sore,
Ya,
selamat
selamat
sore.
sore.
Merasa senang berkunjung kantor Tribun Timur pertama kali. It's great, my great pleasure.
Yes, so let me introduce to Tribuners. Here is it, the Ambassador of Ukraine for Indonesia, His Excellency Dr. Vasyl Haminain. When you arrived to Makassar, Dr. Vasyl?
Yeah, just 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago.
Baru tiba di Makassar.
Okay. What's the clock on 12 o'clock? Or?
Yeah, something. This flight that arrives 12 o'clock from Jakarta.
Okay. Can you explain for our lovely Tribuners about your agenda coming to Makassar? What is it about?
Actually, it's one of my duties as ambassador of the foreign country to Indonesia is to pay visits, courtesy calls to the provincial government, to regions of this country, and the reasons are many. First, to communicate with the people, to answer the questions, because many people are interested in what's going on in Ukraine, what's happening. How are the relationship between Indonesia and Ukraine? What are the prospects? What am I feeling? Etc., etc. Second, I really have a bunch of proposals for the business development with regional governments.
Yes.
And not just for business, but also for educational cooperation, cultural, some exchanges, etc. So, despite the fact that we are having a bad and brutal war in Ukraine going on, still we are developing the friendly and practical relations with friendly countries, like negara sahabat ya.
Yes.
Indonesia ada salah satu negara sahabat Ukraina, so we are doing this. Plus, during my visit, I'm planning to meet the officials from the city and from the province, and also the university, Universitas Nasanuddin. So yeah, because my profile as a young diplomat many years ago was mainly media and education. So I was doing this for a long time, and I feel particularly important to develop the cooperation between our countries on that particular direction, like budaya, like media, like information, like education.
So when it will be held, your meeting session with the government and the university?
It's today and tomorrow. So 2 days, 2 working days. And then Hari Jumat is a short day, Jumatan, and for prayers, and then Sabtu Minggu, Hari Sabtu, Hari Minggu, I just look around, have a touch of the culture, have a touch of the local specialties. So yeah, you have to develop every region by your own hands, by your own feet, by your own eyes. It's important to to be close.
And also we will have to say that Makassar is such a lovely city, so you can enjoy some delicious food, traditional, and also so our tourism to visit is that there are many places to go. And also I want to ask about, as a Ukraine embassy for Indonesia, you already being an embassy for 1 year in
for
Indonesia?
2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes.
Is that mean it's since 2021?
2021. October 2021.
Then what is your plan of the program and the vision in 2024 or next year?
2024 was a very important year for Indonesia, we know. So the whole agenda of Indonesian people is about what. So it will be the big elections for the president
election,
for the parliament, and for the local governments. So it will be like huge process going on during the year. So my plan, of course, to observe and just to see what happens. We will totally, entirely support the choice of Indonesian people, because it's lovely to work in the democratic country, really.
Yes.
So we see the people are like trying, struggling,
Yes.
choosing. You know, it's great. It's great to see these processes. And for my practical work, of course, I will be extending and expanding my relations with the political parties, with the like politicians working in Indonesia, because it's not a secret that both in Indonesia and in Ukraine and in other countries, actually, it's about people. People will decide what to develop. People will decide what projects do we start. People will, I mean, like people, leaders, will decide what to pay particular attention to, where to invest, what to purchase or procure. You know, it's a big process. So we have to be friendly and close to all the politicians, to the parliament, because a lot of things going in between our parliaments, also like interparliamentary cooperation. And also my plans will include definitely the strengthening of our cooperation in education. This is important.
I know it's very important, because some of your programs will or maybe need some government supports, or maybe politician supports also. If we already talk about the future plan, what is about your past, or maybe in 2023, how is it goes?
Well, in 2023, because the Russian invasion in my country, a lot of programs has stopped. A lot of programs could not start, especially like educational programs. You see, it's why I pay so much attention to this. For example, in 2 years ago, after COVID, we had around 100,000 foreign students in Ukraine. Among this, number one big supplier of the foreign students, India, 30,000, 30,000 students, right? And in just like maybe 20 or 30 from Indonesia. So that's why I wanted to introduce more our educational system, which is good and which is not expensive, which is can be accepted by average population, average citizens of Indonesia.
It's affordable.
Very affordable. And it's very high quality. So that's one thing. Second, in Ukraine, we already have the Bahasa Indonesia studies. We have a faculty, we have a group learning Bahasa Indonesia in the main university of my country. So my dream is to start somewhere in some university in Indonesia the Ukrainian language studies. Like, for example, I think that I can identify the Slavic studies could be in Universitas Pajajaran, I think, in Bandung or somewhere, and Universitas Indonesia in Jakarta, and maybe in UGM, Gajah Mada, maybe somewhere else, I don't know, but Slavic studies could be there. So I'm really planning to talk about it, discuss about that. So for this year, a lot of programs didn't start, but still we are trying to resume the cooperation in agricultural sphere, for example, because before the war it was the biggest items in the trade turnover. It's gandum from Ukraine, it's palm oil from Indonesia. So the big amounts of these goods we're supplying to each other. So this year was like struggling, more about struggling, but still we understand that now Indonesia is getting ready for elections, but still we prepared a bunch of very good proposals for Indonesia regarding the high tech, which we can share with Indonesia. It's regarding the green energy, it's regarding the like electric cars and stuff, it's regarding the machine building and other things. It's regarding the food processing, about geological research, about anything. IT programs. We have unique proposals in the sphere of IT. So plenty of things to do still.
And also, Dr. Vasyl, if you remember that we already did talk show session for twice before, but we do it or we held it on online session. In the latest video we talk about the Black Sea Grain Initiative. I want to ask about how is the impact for nowadays.
Right. Black Sea Initiative, I would rather talk about the Grain from Ukraine initiative.
Yes.
Because Black Sea Initiative is something that we, grain corridors which we developed to export our wheat, our corn, our other cereals, grains, basically to the world markets.
Okay.
And now we've chosen, since Russia quit the agreement, we choose another routes, alternative routes, and we use it.
Okay.
And it's now like 116 kapal waiting for loading or already moving out, so it's okay. No Russia, nothing stops. Second thing, grain from Ukraine. This is important. This is important initiative by my president, and I hope that Indonesia will also join it.
Okay.
It means the provision of grains to the countries of the world that need it most, like Somalia,
Yes.
Ethiopia, Kenya, Nigeria, in Africa, like Yemen, or maybe other countries elsewhere. So far we've provided around 200,000 tons of grains to these countries. And this is a big pool of contributors.
Yes.
It's like European countries, Americas, Middle Eastern countries, other countries, they contribute by whatever they want. Money, okay. By grains, like Ukraine contributes by grains, it's okay. By kapal, fine. So by logistics, great. Yeah. So, and as a result, we ensure that Ukrainian